What up, everybody? NeroTheHero here, and I'm on a level with you guys. Just a few seconds ago, just a few minutes ago, when I first walked in the door and I sat down at my desk, I was full on ready to do just a rant video. And now that I'm here, and now that I'm recording, and now that I'm speaking into this microphone, I don't really want to anymore. I'll just give you just kind of a little sort of synopsis. Work has just been a little crazy lately for me. We've had some people leave, so obviously their workloads have to get dispersed, to other people and whatnot. And I feel like I'm caught in one of those loops where it's like you have really good work ethic and you do like a lot of good work, and then they just turn around and give you more work to do that's even harder, without really taking anything off your plate. So I'm kind of starting to hit that point where I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed. And the main thing for me is just the fact that now work is starting to creep into my personal life. Like, I have an external hard drive in my backpack right now that's from work that has all of my work on it. Yeah, that's right. After this, I'm going to do work for work, even though I'm not even on the clock. So there's that. And yeah, so that's just how it's been lately. They just keep piling more work on you and more work on you, because they see that you can work, but it's kind of like a catch-22, because it's like, oh, you work good, so here's more work. But then you have the good work ethic, so it's like, I have all this work, but I feel like I have to be able to do it all because I want to keep my job. Basically, yeah, I don't think I'm in danger of losing my job or anything like that whatsoever. Far from it. If anything, I'm an asset in my workplace at the moment. However, it can just get tiring sometimes. One of the biggest frustrations for me is the fact that I'm at work all day editing and stuff, and then I come home and I don't want to work on my own personal projects, because I'm just so burnt out from just the last 8 hours of working on all this stuff for basically somebody else. So that's one thing I've been struggling a lot with lately. My kind of uploads are far from consistent. Anybody who's been a subscriber for a long time, or for any amount of time, probably is aware of that. Never on schedule, always on time though. So that's how I like to live as far as my YouTube videos go. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to, at first I wanted to do a rant, but now I'm kind of just really, I'm trying to think of how I can spin this into a positive thing. So I was thinking about it, and more or less all of these new skills that I'm learning and stuff just from work. My most recent skill that I'm learning is web design. It's not really web development, because there's not really any coding, but like design, I'm placing elements and stuff, and getting blog posts and transcribing videos, editing videos, uploading podcasts, transcribing podcasts, setting up landing pages, calls to action, just all kinds of marketing stuff, content marketing, stuff like that, which is, the work itself isn't difficult. There's just so much of it, you guys. Right now, I'm doing I was doing 6 websites. Now I have 7. I just got my 7th website assigned to me today. So I'm basically taking notes. I took some of the older websites that were kind of a little lackluster, and I kind of spruced them up, made them look a little more modern, that kind of stuff. It's that kind of like corporate, straight-laced, like really clean sort of design stuff too. So it's not like it's really incredibly creative, but it's still good work. I'm learning the process, the whole marketing process, how to like sort of set up your website to where it sort of funnels your internet traffic to where you want them to go, to where they ultimately end up making a transaction or purchasing from you. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked with all that stuff. Basically, long story short is I am learning a lot of skills. And if anything, these frustrations I'm getting from my day job are only fueling my ambition to get my own business started. I don't know if I had mentioned it at any point, but I'm actually starting my own freelancing type of business. So I'm going to be doing graphic design, video editing, just basically all the stuff I'm doing now, just for myself. Because I sat down and I thought about it, and I was like, if these guys paid me like the same as they would like a freelancer for all this stuff that I'm doing, I would have a lot more money than I do right now, more or less. That was kind of one of those, I was talking to a friend about this yesterday. At my work, we have these things called BFOs, or blinding flash of obvious. It's when you realize something that's just been kind of like right in front of you the whole time. So that was my BFO, was the fact that, well, one of many that I've had recently, was just the fact that I'm doing all this work, but I could be doing all this work outside of my day job, and I could be making a lot more money for it. So that's just something I'm kind of starting to sort of get in the works. Right now I'm in like building mode as far as like a lot of these websites. So it might not happen as soon as I would like it to. However, it's going to happen because I'm motivated. And why am I motivated? Because of my current work situation. So it just kind of goes to show you guys, I guess really the whole point of what I'm saying, or the whole point behind of all this stuff that I've been talking about, is you kind of have to look at every situation and try to pull the positivity out of it. Or I don't even think positivity is even a word. Every time I try to type that in Google or anywhere, it always gets that red underline. So that's not a word, stupid. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. You got to spin the negative into something positive. Like, for example, I just said, I felt overwhelmed at work. I felt like everybody is throwing projects at me. Really, it's just showing how much of an asset I am and how much my skills are valued. People may not actually say, hey, we value you. Thank you for doing such great work, which they do. It could happen more often. It definitely could. People can always have more appreciation, so. But, at the end of the day, I have a job, and I'm, when I first started this job, you guys, it was funny because I knew almost nothing about video production. I knew a little bit about like kind of guerrilla marketing, like social media, that kind of stuff, but not nearly as much as I know now. So just the learnings alone from the last 2 years has been incredible, because a lot of the stuff, honestly, I apply it to my YouTube page, or my YouTube channel rather, my YouTube channel, and it's growing. It's growing gradually. I'm not blowing up. I'm not going viral, but I don't have the upload schedule of someone who's trying to go viral. I mean, YouTube is really, it's more or less of a hobby for me at the moment. I'm planning on starting a second channel eventually, which will be based more around my freelancing business, where I'm going to do more like kind of tutorial kind of videos. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff on that channel. It'll be nice. I want to provide quality content for my prospective clients, so they first of all, they get to know me. Second of all, so I provide them with valuable information, stuff that they can use. They can watch this video and they can go out and they can just use it just within their business or even their personal life. And yeah, so that's one big thing about marketing today, you guys. Just a random little marketing tip. If you guys want to have a successful, if you guys want to get to a point where you have people engaging in transactions with you, you have to establish that relationship. And, establishing that relationship is something that takes time. So that's why, you develop a following on Twitter, you develop a following on YouTube, Facebook, all facets of social media. Do not discredit any social media whatsoever. I've had people tell me in the past, like, oh yeah, I don't do Facebook I don't put my YouTube videos on my Facebook because I find that it's pretty useless. I'm like, useless? Well, okay, what does useless actually mean? Is it useless because you did it and nothing happened? Like once or twice? Did you try different things? That's another thing about marketing. You have to, if something doesn't work, you try something else. Most of the time, if you're really on point, you'll have 2 or 3 different methods at the same time, going at the same time. That's called testing, or that's called A/B testing. If you have two or more variations of more or less the same ad, this is why sometimes you'll see a commercial on television, and then later on you'll see it again, and it's different. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm just starting to ramble on into marketing lessons and stuff like that, just stuff that I learned. But all in all, things are good. You know, I'm good. You know, I can get a little overwhelmed, you know, here and there, but you know, in the long run, everything's gonna be fine. You know, I'm learning my skills. I'm still able to do my YouTube. You know, I have a nice big apartment. You know, we have enough space for everything we have. I have everything I could possibly need right now, essentially. So I'm good. I am so good. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Sorry, I was like, you guys that follow me on Twitter expecting a rant video. Sorry, it ended up not being that. I guess, I don't know, it takes a lot to get me to that point. I felt like I was getting there, but I guess I wasn't. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, you guys, I'm starting to run long here. I'm getting into 12 minutes. So I'm going to sign off now. I will see you guys on the next one. I'm not going to do too much editing with this. I think I'm just going to upload it straight away. Just a quick and dirty video. So see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care of yourselves and each other. And do something heroic today. This is your buddy NeroTheHero signing out. Peace.